So as I was saying, we need to peel back the veneer of this hellish society and demonstrate that we're capable of humanity. I was saying, as that last video was cut off, it ended, that we need to show that asserting our humanity is possible. But I take that back, because it may not be. We may be too far down the line. Things may worsen dramatically. Things may never get better. We don't know. We don't know. The point is, we can live our lives like we can give up entirely. We can live in false hopes. I don't advocate either of those. I just say we don't know what's going to happen. Expect nothing, but resist. Expect nothing, resist. That's my slogan. See something, say something for Homeland Security. Mine is expect nothing, resist. You be the judge of which is better. See something, say something. Homeland Security has some expert propagandists that are involved with their sloganeering, so I don't know that I can compete. But in any case, at least mine has the benefit of being humane and truthful rather than horrific in its implications. But no, yeah, we were on April 4th, in 2 days, we're going to see protests all over the U.S. in solidarity with the Madison, Wisconsiners, and in anticipation and in an attempt to prevent these similar austerity measures from being implemented all over the United States, because various state governments are considering similar measures, as Scott Walker. So the notion that this is a partisan issue, that it's a Wisconsin issue, that it's even a local U.S. issue, this is a global issue. They're attempting to pass off the costs of their unsustainable market system onto the downtrodden, and not even just the downtrodden, but they're onto the masses, onto significant percentages of the citizenry. They're going to try to make more of us downtrodden, more of us unable to exist. So we need to fight back. We need to fight for a more humane world. Just crises present opportunities for those in power, and they present opportunities for the citizenry at large. They present negative opportunities, and they present positive opportunities. Expect nothing, resist. I mean, in this era of television-induced intellectual regression, in this era of perpetual non-concentration, in this spectacle era, we need sloganeering, right, to capture the attention of the masses. Expect nothing, resist. Maybe I should make a song of it so people pay attention and get it through their head, because they can't deal with sustained analysis, because they can't read anymore. Read a book. Pick up a book. Pick up a book by Derek Jensen. Do it right now. Pick up a book on anarchist theory. I'd be happy if you simply picked up a children's book with the way things are going. I mean, with the diminishment of sustained concentration in our society. But alas, I digress. What else is occurring? We're seeing the apathetic masses of the United States finally start to plan some protests, finally start to become more angry, finally start to resist in some minimal way. I said this in a previous video on my other channel, but I'll state it again. If you would have told me 3 months ago that half of the population of Madison would have rose up in resistance of these austerity measures, I would have laughed in your face. The United States, McDonald's, and television, these people don't resist. But at least we're seeing something now. But no hope. Stop hoping. I have to stop myself from hoping when I say positive things, because I don't want to be disappointed, because things are probably going to turn out awful. They may well turn out awful. Expect nothing, resist. Say it as a mantra to contain my emotions, but no, I mean, a lot more needs to occur. Economic disruption and threat to the status quo in some capacity. They're not just going to acquiesce to a bunch of people with signs. But hell, at least it's a start. At least it's something in the apathetic United States of America. America, we're seeing people actually give a damn. Yes, but nothing may occur. So let's just wait and see, and let's act. But with regard, let's see. So we have global austerity and various resistance campaigns of various sorts around the world against the impoverishment of the masses. We have Libya. We have 20,000 or thereabouts people killed in Japan by a tsunami. I mean, the world today, I mean, you have to wonder whether the Mayans were right about 2012. We see, as we're leading up to December 21st, 2012, we see, a significant and very rare heightening of the frequency and magnitude of the conflicts in our world. I mean, my God, 2 governments were just overthrown, massive uprisings in various other countries, both Middle Eastern and European, and now the U.S. We see 20,000 Japanese killed. We see, because people prioritized economics, money, the nuclear plants over human life and over safety. We see the U.S. invading another country illegally and immorally. I mean, the world today, you can't keep up. You can't honestly internalize every one of the things that we see taking place. Like, if you internalize the extent of the tragedy of even one of these horrific things, you go insane. And you wonder why I sometimes feel like I'm going insane, right? I mean, it's unbelievable, the degree of these tragedies. What else? So I was at a train station recently, right? Personal experience that's a microcosm of the societal hell we see. I was sitting and eating at a table nearby in the food court area where there were various restaurants in the train station. I was sitting at a table. There was someone sitting a table away, a homeless person. The pigs, and they are nothing less. I hate the pigs more and more every single day. The police, they are scum. That doesn't mean I hate every single police officer. That doesn't mean the person that stops me for speeding, the traffic cops. I don't think they are evil incarnate. But it is to say that I hate the police force. It is to say that I hate it as an institution that murders black people with immunity and impunity, an institution that protects the ruling elite above the citizenry, an institution that values corporate windows over human life. So the police approach this homeless person sitting fairly close to me. And they order her to get up. They say, "What did I tell you about sitting in the food court area? You're not allowed to sit here. Get up." I mean, you just balk at the insanity. If you're a human being like I am, if you haven't had your humanity stripped completely away from you, like most people in this culture, perhaps that's hyperbolic, but not overly so, then you recognize the sheer insanity of preventing a homeless person from sitting in a food area just so the respectable paying customers don't have to deal with the blight on their landscape of someone who looks a little unusual. She didn't even look malnourished, really. She looked, relatively healthy and etc. And she was just trying to rest her bones, and these fucking pigs, they're scum. These pigs are scum. I mean, this doesn't require intellectualization. It doesn't require extrapolation from various seeds of the reality spectrum. This is simply self-evident that the sheer insanity of individuals who will deny other individuals, other unfortunate suffering individuals, their ability simply to sit down. when they have nowhere else to sit or sleep. She was not even sleeping, she was not snoring, she was merely sitting there, and they order her up. And every time I see one of these things, I was exhausted, I was sleep deprived, I had a train to catch, I needed to get home in a few days, etc. So, and besides which, like we all are, I'm a fucking coward. I'm a better person than most, I like to think, but I'm still a fucking coward. I did not say anything to the cops. I did not object to this inhumane, degrading action. And, each time that happens and I witness something inhumane and I don't object, I feel ashamed, to be honest. I feel like I should have done something, and I feel like we all should be doing more to stand up against these fucking tyrants. My dogs are barking, if that's the noise you hear. Yeah. I've ranted for a long time and not said a whole lot, but I hope that I influence some people here at the very least. We are living in a time of crisis, and things could get a lot better, things could get a lot worse. We simply have to try to navigate the terrain and attempt to. I used to think people like Alex Jones advocating preparation ceaselessly, stockpile food and water and weapons, that I like for a long time I've recognized that there's some validity to much of what Alex Jones says, but I've always still thought that his preparation, advocation, if advocation is a word, his advocating for preparation was a bit unnecessary, and that he was being hyperbolic like he often is. But we take for granted the alleged solidity of our current lives, the alleged permanence, the unshakability of our current lives. I mean, 2 governments were just overthrown, austerity measures being implemented on a global scale, massive uprisings in various countries, radiation, a massive earthquake in Japan that's giving countless people radiation, or explosion of a nuclear plant, rather, destruction of a nuclear plant resulting in massive radiation. It's being detected in the United States, in various states. Granted, the EPA says that it's not by any means close to being at dangerous levels, but if the U.S. invading another country. But my point here is that, times are crazy. Things can happen. We live in precarious times, and I'm starting to take seriously these notions that we must prepare, we should prepare, that we might as well prepare, because we don't know what could happen. We don't know whether the entire U.S. economy could free fall. It's an economy that generates, where they print money out of thin air that perpetuates the debt. So. And we have an environment-destroying society that's inherently unsustainable. We think that, we can just go about our lives day to day without any in security and safety, and just love our families and try to do what's right. And it'd be nice if that was sufficient, but it's not. We live in a time of crisis, and anything could happen. So I must add to my slogan of expect nothing, resist, prepare. If you don't feel the need to stockpile food and weapons, I'm not going to criticize you for it. I'm just suggesting that, the world's exploding. We may want to just be a little prepared. So, 2 videos with the time limit is about to go. So thanks for listening. Look for a video sometime relatively soon, and leave your comments below. Thanks.